Here we go, ladies and gents. As I said, made sure it was square, triangle. Won't always be a triangle because you might want it deeper than longer. But there we go, ladies and gents. Sewed that down there twice. Really make sure that you back stitch on that to lock your stitch because you don't want that coming undone. Okay, so literally that is that. The next stage I went to is cut it about 3-4 millimeters away from your cotton, and then might as well just take it up a little bit. And when we turn it inside out, like what I'll do is once I do there, just get rid of that excess. Don't need it there. Could leave it there, but it serves no useful purpose. And once you turn it inside out and you're going to sew it on, you're going to have too much material there, ladies and gents. So here we go. Watch it. Hey presto, like magic. We now have square formed bottom of the pouch. So what I do, just grab that there, and it is going through 4 layers of material, and just put a row of stitching down there and a row of stitching down there, just to really make that strength. It is, you know, an outdoors bit of kit, so don't waste a little bit of cotton for doing it. Right, ladies and gents, what I will do with this, I will turn that. This is going to be the top of it. That is the whole pouch. See that line there? Okay, so I'm going to sew that in like that, then cut off the excess. Right, first off, it's going to be sewn so it's got a nice edge, and then I will sew it across there and sew it across there, and that will be the flap at the top. I haven't got a name for it, just kind of thought of it. That will come across and stop, well, water or any kit falling out of this pouch, and it's just a new way I've done it, as opposed to using, you know, the 2 flaps and the Velcro, or fanny flaps as I call them. So I'll just do a quick bit of work on that and bring you back. Right, ladies and gents, yeah, just me newfangled flap. So what I've done, that was square, as you know. I've folded a quarter in, exactly the same length or depth as the sides are going to be. I've sewed it around and I've turned it over to give it a nice top. This will be an internal flap that will stop stuff dropping out, and ideally I'll give it another go. You kind of do that, and it's just like a flap, and it has the sides. It's hard to show you it. As the pouch progresses, you'll get what I'm on about. Right now, ladies and gents, there's a number of things to do. I've got the basic pouch sewn up, and just because I've done that, I've pinched it and just sewn along the top. So literally, when that is sewn on, that is going to be the pouch, and that's the inner flap to stop stuff dropping in. So on that, I'm going to do now, I've done 2 stitch lines. Take it closely to my stitch line, because I don't need that material, and actually I don't want the material there, because this is going to actually bend down there or fold down that line every time I shut the pouch. So, and again, your fedora's not right. If you've got a normal lighter, I did have one about somewhere, you can just quickly, without burning the fedora nylon, just go down that, just to seal that strip. In fact, that one's not too smart. It took a bit more off there. And that's the pouch so far, ladies and gents. Right, closure systems. I ain't going to have a flap over this. It is going to have a buckle on it, and a piece of Velcro. So I need to sew the restraining strap on there. Some of that strap is going to be sewn on there, and so I can get things out quickly. Excuse me for going over the lens there. I'm going to be sewing. It's coming out that side. Okay, I'm right-handed, so I want to be able to grab things with my right hand, and if you're left-handed, you'd have the opening that side. So, ladies and gents, let's try and just give you an indication of how it's going to go. Because that's there and that's there. I've got a strap. Now I'm going to get a piece of strap. Just give me that, and I will sew it on about halfway down, and this strap will be inside the pouch. The reason it's inside the pouch will become apparent when I next spin you back, or the first time you see me get stuff out. But so I'm going to have to sew a piece of strap about there. It's going to be a long strap because it's going to come to the bottom of the pouch, loop round the top of the pouch, and the top of, you know, whatever's in the pouch, and there's going to be about this much at the end, ladies and gents, ready for me to grab and pull, and anything in that pouch will come straight out. Okay, so I used to get my magazines out on the hurry up. So yeah, it's difficult to explain in words, but easier to do. And so I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll get off now and get it done. Oh, good morning, ladies and gents. Another day. There's this thing in the sky. It's all bright and it's hot, and I'm not sure what it is. And it's not. I've not seen it for ages. Anyway, it's nice to have a bit of sunshine. Ever so rare, ladies and gents. There's a bit of the reason why I've done this, it'll become apparent later on, so just bear with me, okay? I've sewed it on so it goes down, halfway down the pouch, yeah? So it's got enough to come down, round the pouch, and I want about that much, and I want a little pull tab on that end, so whatever's in the pouch, when I yank this, it'll come shooting out into my right hand. Obviously, if you was a left-hander, you'd probably want this pouch on the other side. Bearing in mind, when you've got two hands, if you've got a knife in this hand, ladies and gents, and this is going to be a first aid kit, if you've got your knife or your axe in this hand, it's highly unlikely this is going to be the one that's injured. It's going to be this one, okay? So you work it out which way you want, so it is, you know, your working hand that is the one that will be able to grab it, because this is the one that's going to be unlikely to be injured. Again, if it's you're a southpaw or whatever, or left-hander, you know, this is going to be the hand, so you'll want the opening on that side. I'm sure that makes sense to somebody watching the video. But ladies and gents, here it is. I've sewed that up. There's the tab for the actual closing buckle, and there's that on the top. Again, we'll see what that's like, or what the purpose of this later on. But again, just to remind you, that's how I sewed it up, yeah. And that is exactly the same depth as that bit there. So what I'm going to do now is sew it along the top, the bottom, and then down that side. Two things I've got to make sure I do: keep that out of the way so it doesn't get sewn under, and especially that one. I'm going to actually use a drawing pin or something, just to, or even paper clip, just to make sure that's out of the way. So literally, you decide. If you're right-handed, you're going to want it to come out in your right hand. If you're left-handed, you're probably going to want, you know, your first aid kit to come out in your left hand. So you can, if you build the stuff, you make it exactly how you want it. And that may seem a bit finicky there, but there is a method to my madness. Right then, ladies and gents, I'll go in and get that sewn on, and I'll bring you back. Right, ladies and gents, yeah, that hot thing in the sky, that's gone. Playing hide and seek in the clouds as normal. As we see there now, that pouch, 4 inches, 4 inches, 4 inches, and I think it was 10 inches. That is now, that's the top of the Bergen, that is the front of the Bergen. You're in shot there. Right, the two clips are going to be there just to orientate you. And inside there, I've sewed it on, marked it up, and double sewed it all the way around, because obviously once you've sewn something on, you can't get to it again. So there, it's kind of going to be hard to show you. Again, I've made a flap for it. It's double lined, and obviously there's going to be a little first aid cross. I've got one there. Sewed it up, and next thing I need to do, just to complete this pouch, is to it'll be sewed on the front, and it'll be a flap that goes over, and as you can see, it comes down. I always like it to come down at least a third. There's me strap. Okay, I'll get it all done, and this thing inside, so once stuff's inside, you fold it, push it down, and pull your lid down. See, so I've effectively, with that little piece of material, sealed the inside of a Bergen, so nothing's dropping out of the bottom of this. It's not going to come out of the top, obviously, unless you're doing handstands. That goes on there, and that folds down. There you go, ladies and gents. I actually think I made that a bit bigger than I intended to, but hey ho, it's just going to be where I'm going to keep a first aid kit. Mind you saying that, I will test it. I reckon you'll get a 1 litre water bottle in there. But never mind, ladies and gents. I say it's a bit bigger than I intended, but let's see what it looks like when it's on the Bergen. and let's see what first aid kit I can get in there. And as you know, inside here, I've just tucked the inside out of the way. There is this strap. You're thinking, blimey, what's this mad nutter going to do with this strap? I will tell you, ladies and gents, but it'll be easy to show you. Put stuff in. When you pull this, it just shoots out into your hand exactly where you want it. Obviously, I've already talked about if you're a southpaw and you want it on your left hand side, because it'll be your right hand that's injured. More than likely, you know, if you've got a cutting injury to your hand, you just have the opening on the other side. So I'll go away and do that, ladies and gents, and then go into work, sadly. Right, anyway, yeah, I'm probably doing a little bit too much to this, but yeah, I envisage it to be in a shorter patch. It's an inch. It's an inch longer than I kind of imagined it, ladies and gents, but as I say, we'll see how weird this looks when it's actually on the Bergen. So, there we go, take care, and, oh, blimey, there's that same thing again. Why does that never do that when I'm in the forest? Take care. Right, ladies and gents, when I left for the last, I had this pouch sewn up. I'd marked off the lid of the Bergen. That's, again, just to orientate you, that's where the two straps are going to go. And there's a pouch on. It's I think I did it like 2.5. I should have done it 2, I think, but I'm not. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, you know, how it is and that. But it will allow me to carry an easily accessible. My plan here is to have a first aid kit. So, ladies and gents, I've sewed it all the way round, and again all the way down, making sure I've tacked it at the edges. And yeah, there's that little flap which once folded goes over. It's hard to do when there's nothing in the pouch, but it forms a seal in the pouch even before you put your flap on. So I've double stitched that flap and sewed it up there. That I made it a little bit longer but wider than the pouch, so it actually goes over and covers. Don't want anything coming out of here. And as we see there, down there, there's the old buckle sewed on. There's a piece of Velcro there, so I can put a first aid sort of square on there. I've already got one, but I want a more subdued one for this, so I've got one coming. So, ladies and gents, there we go. I'll save that. You'll probably, anybody that's kept up with me this long will wonder what he's got a bit of strap hanging out the Bergen for. But I'll get this sewn on, bring you back, and it's easy to demonstrate, you know, the purpose of this. So, yeah. Okay, ladies and gents, I'll see you in a few mo's. Bye. Right, ladies and gents, here we see the pouch now complete. All it's going to have is subdued sort of first aid cross there. Got that coming. Right, so literally, that's the back of the Bergen. That's the top of the Bergen. And here we'll see, just to orientate you, that's where the two straps are going to be to seal the Bergen lid. What am I on about? So inside here now, I just propose, at this point I'm probably going to keep a quick access first aid kit. And it will be in its own sort of bag inside there, but just for the moment, just to sort of finish this film off. Obviously, if I need it very, very quickly, as I say, it's got that fold down flap, same as the rubber square Bergen. I've always got this piece of material here, okay, so when I need to get something out of there very, very quickly, you pull it and it all comes out, okay. I've just put some stuff in there for the moment, a few first field dressings, a bit of a first aid kit. This will go in there, but in a different form. Another one, and obviously you can never have too many triangular bandages, but ladies and gents, when you put it in, so just going to actually make sure I'm one shot there. Take it underneath, push it in and down. And it all has to go the other side of that strap. That strap will pull it out for you. They're probably the things I'm going to need the most. More highly likely to cut yourself than anything else. So again, make sure I'm in shot there, ladies and gents, and that's there. Grab that at the sides, pull it down, which forms the seal there, and come over always a good idea to have that strap there if you need to get things out very, very quickly, and or you can't get your hand down to the bottom of a pouch, which used to happen with my ammunition pouches. So that's how I used to be able to get ammunition very, very quickly. Right, so one more quick complete demonstration, ladies and gents. Open it up and pull, and everything just comes right out, so you can get it. The pouch is empty now. Everything I need, obviously, is on the ground. It's going to be and stuff, but I can now grab that very, very quickly, and hopefully we'll see the value in just having that little strap there. So I'll just push it in. That's sewed at the back of the pouch. Push all your gear in to the bottom. So you can get a fair old amount in there. This isn't how it's going to, the pouch, the first 8 pieces in it are going to be finished off, but it's just to grab a few bits just to give a demonstration. That there. Right, ladies and gents, so there you go. Why I put the strap on. Everything is there, exactly where I need it to grab whichever piece I want. So yeah, I'll have a look at that when the Bergen's all fully assembled. I don't think it'll look too strange where I put it. It's just using up real estate or areas of the Bergen that would otherwise be unused. So it's all a bonus. It's all a bonus, ladies and gents. So there's a little first aid pouch. And if you watch this far, really, really appreciate you watching me films. And like I say, it's hard to put stuff on YouTube that somebody hasn't done before. But I'm not seeing somebody really go to town on a Bergen, or as I call it, polishing a turd. Love the Bergen, just could be a lot better. But then that's their fault, because they never got me to design it in the first place. Take care, ladies and gents.